implementing those personal insolvency. Now it's only restricted to corporate debtor, but it should now be notified and tried to be enacted. Of course, there is a lot of infrastructure to be built on that. But as a system-wide solution, with growing stress in personal segment, personal insolvency could be a helpful factor. And with ARCs, which lakhs of personal loan account can be a facility. One of the constraints in resolution is the intercreditor issues. Some of banker friends are also there. So they have their own compulsions to arrive at a decision which may not be in consonance with that of others. ARCs plays an important role there because they aggregate debt, and if they reach the threshold, decision making gets quite easier and the conflicts is minimized. Conflicts are minimized. That's part one, debt aggregation and their role as in the committee of credit. Most important areas which is not recognized much actually is the securitization part. If you see surfaces, the first word starts with securitization. And ARCs are formally called ARCs up to 2016. Before that, it used to be called Securitization Company, Reconstruction Company. So essentially, ARCs are the only institutional entity in India which can securitize stress assets. For standard assets, there are various agencies like banks, NBFCs, they do themselves. But securitization of stress assets till today, it's only ARCs. And how this helped actually, when the IBC came, the papers, security receipts, which are underlying IBC plans, that had a lot of liquidity. A lot of foreign investors came into IBC process through the security receipt mode. 2019, FII investment in SR was less than 1,000 crore. By 2023, it had gone up to 20,000 crore, 40 times in a span of 5 years, and most of it was backed by security receipts, where IBC resolution plan was the underlying cash flows. So that's one area which is not acknowledged much in the ecosystem. Initial cases came, ARC was a resolution applicant in many of the cases. Either they were resolution applicant or co-resolution applicant. If they are co-resolution applicant, they used to take the assignment of debt, the financial part. There used to be a strategic partner which took part of the equity part, because ARCs, even as of now, are not permitted to invest in equity of any other company other than ARCs. So this ARC as resolution or co-applicant did work out in many cases in first few years until there was a regulatory logjam actually. There are two acts. One is SURFACE Act, which creates ARCs, which defines what is permissible business of ARCs, and another is IBC, whereby a second amendment of 2018, it was specifically exempt from 29A along with all other financial entities, and it was presumed that they can become a resolution applicant. But RBI was very clear that the mandate is only for acquiring debt as specified under SURFACE. RBI did permit ARCs to become resolution applicant, but with many riders. Somebody was asking me about those riders.
300 crores capital.
1,000 crore minimum net worth. That's one of the major barriers. And as Mr. Sankaran sir was telling yesterday, if there is one wish list that I would like to express, I would like it to be dispensed with. Because there could be a resolution plan of 20 crore. Why should somebody with a net worth of 1,000 crore